Hello, this is Reverend Angelia with today's Bible reading. Today's reading comes from 2 Thessalonians 3, Warning Against Idleness. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, we command you, brothers and sisters, to keep away from every brother or sister who is idle and does not live according to the teaching you received from us. For you yourselves know how you ought to follow our example. We were not idle when we were with you, nor did we eat anyone's food without paying for it. On the contrary, we worked night and day, laboring and toiling so that we would not be a burden to any of you. We did this, not because we do not have the right to such help, but in order to make ourselves a model for you to follow, because everybody deserves some help if they need it. But that's one thing I don't like to see. I know some women who just are plain old straight up lazy. They don't want to do anything. They don't need to do anything. If they can get other people to do it for them, they do it. And they don't do what they can do. There's a lot I cannot do, but I do what I can do. And I only ask for help if I need it. But in order to make ourselves a model for you to follow, for even when we were with you, we gave you this rule. If a man will not work, he shall not eat. A lot of Republicans still go by that rule. But, there are cases, there are disabled people, there are elderly people, you got to have common sense considerations in these things. We can't do away with, all social programs because it's not a one-size-fits-all world. There are always exceptions to the rule. It's like, whenever Republicans start shooting that to me, I say, well, what if your 80-year-old grandma needed the help and y'all couldn't afford to do it for her? What then? And they usually have to take a step back and think about that one because, a lot of people, they're thinking this close. They're not thinking out here. They're 3 feet in their circle and they're not thinking about people who can't take care of themselves. It bothers me. We hear that some among you are idle. They are not busy. They are busybodies. And I have unfortunately met some of them that, that's their favorite thing is to talk about other people, backbite on other people. I had a woman that I worked at a place with, and I thought, she acted like she was my best friend in the world. Then come to find out, behind my back, she was saying all kinds of crap about me, and I'm like, wow. And the thing that bothered me the most was that other people knew this and didn't tell me that this was going on until they were in a position where it would benefit them. Then they told me. So that made me even more unhappy. I got a pop-up here. Let me get rid of that. That's annoying. Such people we command and urge in the Lord Jesus Christ to settle down and earn the bread they eat. And as for you, brothers and sisters, never tire of doing what is right. If anyone does not obey our instruction in this letter, take special note of him. And that's the thing, and that's the way I was taught. That's why I tried to teach my children is, do the right thing. Do what's right, because in the end, it comes down to you. It's you and God in the end. And, whatever your friends are doing, whatever other kids are doing, that's not going to matter in the long run. In 5 years, that's not going to matter. What's going to matter is how you have to answer for yourself and whether you were a decent person or not. If anyone does not obey our instruction in this letter, take special note of him. Do not associate with him in order that he may feel ashamed. And I have done that. There have been people who have dealt with me in a bad way. And I am just like, wow, really? This is how you're coming at me. This is, what you're going to do. Okay, I'm done with you. And some people think that's mean, but it's not really mean because, I don't want to be a victim of somebody's wrath and temper every time they have a problem and they're coming at me and unloading it on me, you know. And when I'm trying to do the right thing and people, want to come to me and say, well, I want this, I want that, that's not the right thing. Sorry. You got to do the right thing. Yet do not regard him as an enemy. And that's something that I joke about frenemies, but you know, but warn him as a brother. And I usually do that. I usually tell people because I usually give people several chances. Um, and it's like, okay, you're doing this. I'm not okay with this. And then the second time, I'm like, hey, I said I'm not okay with this. If you keep doing this, I can't be your friend. I can't deal with this. And then the third time, I tell them, I say, look, you're doing this. It bothers me. I think it's, mean or whatever. I just can't be your friend anymore. I'm not going to unfriend you. I don't hate you. I just can't deal with this, you know. And really, we are supposed to admonish one another. We're supposed to build each other up, you know. And you can admonish someone without tearing them down. And the way you do that, and they teach you this in psychology, is don't say you. Say that. When you did that, this, you make it about the thing, the situation. You make it about the thing, not about the person themselves. Because people learn and grow. I'm not the same person I was when I was a preteen. And most people are not. So, people learn and grow. We change. And we can all change. So that's all for now. Until next time.